Okay, Matthew, 4-2 win. Give us your thoughts on today's performance.
Yeah, pretty pleased. I thought we started off pretty flat. It was nothing really happened in the game, but then once we got going, I was really pleased, and 2 good goals. I thought the second goal especially was a really good goal. It's pleasing when that happens. We worked on it in training, and exactly that same move all Thursday night. We felt we could expose the ball over the fullback for a winger to get in and put a cross in the opposite wide man coming in, and Adam thumping good header, so we were pleased. Disappointing obviously the manner we conceded the 2 goals, a little bit scrappy. I think when we come here we expect that the ball's going to be thrown in the box and they're going to be bobbling about, and for the majority we coped really well. Danny came in for his debut and done really well, and made a good few saves, and overall I'm pleased. I thought Liam McKenna came in the team, done well, scored a good goal, had a hand in a couple of others, and Chris Lavery, I thought that's the best he's played for us this season. I know he's been out injured for a long while, but he looked really sharp, looked really hungry defensively, which goes unnoticed I suppose by everybody else, and they maybe just think he has to run up and down there, but what he done today defensively is exactly what I've been asking him to do for 2 years. It took a little bit longer to sink in, but he really done well today, and they all did, and Lee Bonus worked hard, and I thought the boys at the back were solid.
Obviously in the build up to today's game there was the news of Bobby Edwards leaving.
Yeah.
Can you give us your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we're disappointed, but we're delighted for Bobby. The opportunity came up for him to go to the MLS, and our promise to Bobby was we would put him in the shop window to go and play full-time football. We obviously thought that would be England or Scotland or possibly somewhere in Europe. The fact is that this offer's come in from America. I've seen the contract, and it's a life-changing contract, and I want on record Bobby wanted to stay, and I've not kicked him out the door. I've not forced him away, but I had a serious conversation with him where I said, look, Bobby, you have to take this, because the way that it works over there, and then he could have been forgotten about and everything else, and get caught up. And Bobby was devastated that he couldn't even be here today because the next flight out, and he's got to get back. He's got to take that today. So it's unfortunate for Bobby. He wanted to see out the season. He's told everybody that, but this isn't Bobby's doing. This is more my doing, and I know I'll probably get pelters for it, but at the end of the day, as manager of this football club, I'm also manager of a young man who's moved from the other side of the world to us with the promise of playing full-time football. And when that comes and gets him the opportunity to go home, I wouldn't have felt comfortable saying no to the fella, and I wouldn't have felt comfortable encouraging him to stay. And I think we wish him all the best, and I think there'll be no prouder people than our fans, myself, the staff, the players, if Bobby goes on and makes a success of his career in the MLS, because I think he's the ability to go all the way to the top.
Yeah. Back to today's game, you're missing your captain there today, but Liam McKenna came in and really performed that role as well.
He did. Done super. Him and George, I thought it's a tough place to play midfield football. It's not going to be loads and loads of passes, but what they had to do, they done well. Liam especially, he's good, he's physical, he's good in the air, he'll make tackles, and today he showed a range of passing which enabled us to obviously open up the pitch quite a bit. And I'm pleased for him, because some days he's frustrated, and I get frustrated with him, because Liam McKenna's the world's worst if he's not playing. But when he's playing, he's super. But I can't pick everybody. But when he took his opportunity today, I was really pleased, and I thought it was a good finish, because difficult bouncing ball and on the volley. I don't know whether it's come off his shin, but whatever it's come off, he's managed to do well to keep it down.
Yeah, big game next week.
Massive game, yeah. Home to Harland and Wolff. Every game from now to the end of the season is going to be like that. With 14 games left, we're where we want to be. Hopefully that puts a little bit of pressure obviously on Harland and Wolff against Knockall today, because the later kick-off. But next week we fully expect they've beaten us twice, home and away. So we'll be prepared for that this week, and we'll have a good week's training, and hopefully we'll be ready for them come next Saturday.